broadcasting live worldwide.
Good afternoon and welcome to Sportsnet FM Radio, Zambia's home for African sports conversations. This afternoon I'm joined by Southern Province Football Association of Zambia chairperson, Mr. Nicholas Momba. I would like just to catch up with him on a few things relating to football in the province. Mr. Momba, welcome to Sportsnet.
Thank you.
How have you been?
We are pushing, bit by bit we are pushing.
Okay.
Sure.
Briefly, what is the state of football in Southern Province?
The states as of today, one, the window period for FIFA is coming to an end. So a lot of teams are strengthening their teams, and it's a busy day at our office. It's a busy day, which we don't encourage people to come at the last minute because, look, it's a weekend, people have to go and watch games, but you find it's loaded. It's loaded, I can tell you that there's no space. It's like they have just gone today, but we have this period from 1st January up to today. But nonetheless, it's a day that was put there, and I'm happy that the teams are responding positively. Yeah, coming with the amateur teams, which we call provincial amateur teams, Division 4. We have a system and they are busy doing it also online, almost the same as the FIFA one. They are doing it, they are busy, though it's new to them, but we must have started point.
Great. With that being said, what do you think is the future of football in Southern Province? By the way, with the background that Southern Province actually has contributed from time immemorial. Southern Province has actually contributed big names to the national team. So what is the future of football in Southern Province?
I can tell you this time you can see and easily identify how the province has contributed. I can tell you, mention any women national team, you'll find someone from province. We have done great. Coming to the boys, we have also done, just last Kosafa, if you remember national team, we had one from Barts. Yes, so this time I think we have put a step forward. And we are going, we will not regret. We are making sure that our database is up to date. We have looked where were we lacking behind. One, it was only technicalities. You may have a good player, but when it goes for selection, on just a simple technical skill, they'll be left out. So we have invited instructors. They have trained, basically would say, most of the coaches. Today, as you are looking, one who is on the Monze United bench is just a graduate from coaching clinic. He's a Phase E license holder. But they have ticks on there, Phase E license holder. So we are making sure that everyone, and that's it's not left, and like that, you see more of our players featuring international, and not just international.
That is actually great to hear. If players in Southern Province actually have to be coached to the best, there's need for the local to invest more, which we just talked about. They are branding of coaches. And most recent, there was a coach education actually, I think 2 days ago, by Barts FC. I mean, they invited a European coach instructor, even though that training was not actually far sanctioned. What do you think is actually the importance of inviting coaches to such trainings?
In fact, let me start with the issue of sponsoring coaches for these skills and service trainings. What Barts has done, that's great. He invited all those willing And remember, that's a UEFA order, instructor. So he did, I invested them, he did wonderful. And in fact, those who have the first E, they really appreciated it because it wasn't new, it was like they were doing 2 shots. Have you seen? Extra work. And even what they expect in the CAF C, first D, he did everything for them. So it was a bit light and we encourage more. Look at what happened in Wembley. It was full council sponsored. So I urge all councils in South Africa, emulate what Wembley did. If in Monze, in Kalongo, in each ward, they just pick 2. Each ward where there is a council, they pick 2 and sponsor them. We'll bring instructors, even if they want from around, we'll bring them there. And that is what is called empowerment. Yes, youth empowerment and exposure. So that is why, and that will change our players. Because from grassroots, they'll be trained with the real coaches, not coaching. No.
Okay. No, that is great to hear, Mr. Momba. Your final remarks. I have actually monitored the development in the province from the time that you took over. And I must say, it's been great just to follow the strides that have been made, especially with regards to women. I must commend that you are doing great. I would like to find out from you, as in, how do you envision Southern Province in the near future?
You know, I'm seeing a belt of soccer, not copper belt, male's belt, no, soccer belt
in Southern Province.
Southern Province.
Wow.
And I would urge the corporate world, just if 6 or 7, they can come on board. Just try to sponsor these clubs, or say we are sponsoring the winners, the champions for this season. Give them 15,000. They will see the competition will go high. We need. And I will also urge to these who are making these tournaments, let them pass through funds, organize for them. Any tournament which is there, as far as it is for football, we will give them what is needed because we need, even the political players, we need them. Yes, we need them around. Sure.
There you have it. I was just speaking with Mr. Nicholas Momba, Southern Province Football Association chairperson. He's just illustrating, some of the strides and plans, that the local FA in Southern Province has. And of course, he's just envisioning Southern Province to be a soccer belt, of the game. And we're hoping that, with the support of local, the corporate, the business community, everyone else is going to rally behind his vision and see how best that soccer can be pushed going forward. Until I catch up with you, this has been Francis Nagonje on Sportsnet FM Radio, Zambia's home for African sports conversations, the nation's Sportainment channel. It's bye-bye. Thank you, Mr. Momba.
Don't forget soccer belts.
Great.
Pass. Conto. Oh, yeah. Pass.
To all our listeners and welcome to Sportsnet FM Radio. Today I'm at actually the venue where Barts FC is actually playing Monze United, and I'm privileged just to, catch along some of my colleagues in football. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay. How's the game so far?
Well, I think so far with the 45 minutes played, we've seen where Monze United is down by a goal to nil. Okay. But the tempo of the game so far is still 50-50. We're seeing Monze still having a chance also to equalize. Yes.
Okay. With this display of football that you are witnessing this afternoon, what do you think is the future of football in Southern Province?
Definitely, we're expecting a lot. Okay. We need to invest in the grassroots football. We need to ensure that at least our academies are flourishing. Of course, with very powerful sponsors that we can invite to come on board, because that is where I feel we still have a big challenge. We don't have people that have that zeal, that willingness to come and help the young lads in the game of football.
We witnessed a few days ago, Barts FC actually organized a training for coaches. It was more like an in-house training because they invited, a European, instructor, to have an opportunity with the local coaches just to capacity build their coaching skills. What do you think is the importance of such training to our local coaches?
Well, I think that was a great milestone with what Barts did. You know, this is another part where we get coaches that would go and take up a club but doesn't have the basics of what it takes to be a coach. So kudos to Barts FC organizing for such a training where now we want to have at least coaches who are qualified to be on the technical bench. The clubs with the latest news of the game. That's great.
Your final remarks. What do you think is the future of football sports in the province?
We're expecting a lot. Our structures need to be revised. Yes, we need to revise our structures and make sure that at least the investment that can be put in the name of football, it actually focuses at a tender age, because you know the issue of always wanting to start grooming a player who is already after 18, after 20, it becomes a challenge. So let's start with the young stages, and then there will not get it wrong. We'll have players that will go very far in the name of football.
There you have it. I just missed a soccer all-rounded, you know, fan coach, just, you know, elaborating how best he feels soccer actually in the province can, you know, be developed and improved, especially with his background being grassroots. He feels there's need actually to invest more in grassroots football development in the province. Like we've always said on Sportsnet FM radio, having the skill set alone is not enough in a world where the biggest asset is the mindset. If our game has to improve, there is really need for us even to start work on, you know, the mindset part of the game as well as the investment. Happy that I met this coach and he was able just to give his views on the nation's Sportainment channel, Sportsnet FM. Until I catch back with you later, it's bye-bye.
Thank you, man.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game too.
Good afternoon and welcome to Sportsnet FM Radio, Zambia's home for African sports conversations. This afternoon, I'm joined by Ivan Jensen. He's actually a European soccer coach instructor. And what I learned as a sports radio station is that a couple of days ago in Choma, they held a coach training. Jensen, I'd like to find out what was the significance of that training that you held.
I think the significance of the clinic that we did was the curiosity and the willingness to ask those questions. There's such a hunger for Zambian coaches to be exposed to something new, but it means they also have to be vulnerable and say, okay, we don't know these things. And I think that the environment of learning all together with all of the coaches together, some of them competitors, the environment was fantastic.
Great. Just great to hear about how you perceive, you know, that training. What do you think is the level of coach education in Zambia?
Oh, I've seen all. I mean, as it should be, right? We need to continue working at the grassroots level and also at the top level. The game is constantly evolving.
Right.
There's always new trends. There's always new things. But at the very core of it, the game is simple. You put the ball in that net. You don't let it go in that net. And can we teach our players from a young level? I mean, honestly, the grassroots coaches are probably the most important for the nation. So, you know, I've seen all levels.
Great. So, what do you think was actually the level of participation in terms of knowledge of the game amongst the coaches that actually attended your training?
Yeah, it was vast. You know, we had some coaches who were new, and some of the questions that they asked were so honest. And then we had some very experienced coaches. It was both ends of the spectrum and everybody in between. And what was really nice about it was we showed it's not about what is my ego or a coach's ego or anything like that. It's about, no, can we put ourselves into an environment where we're actively learning something new, and the least of us is at the same level of learning as the highest of us. I'm in the same boat. I learn from coaches more probably than they learn from me.
So based on that training and the knowledge that you probably, you know, like learned from Zambian coaches, what do you think is the gap between European and Zambian coaches in terms of the knowledge that they have for coaching?
Again, to say that the gap is large might not be fair, because The gap is large from some people, but from others are very in tune. Others have a very, I have quite a few friends who are coaching at the Zambia community, and some of them are very, very sharp. And they have this idea, and they want to be pushing forward, and they're eager to learn also. So I would say that the gap is kind of the same as everywhere else. There's always going to be top coaches and coaches who are eager to learn, that have a lot to learn. I think the problem is when coaches are comfortable. Right? If coaches become comfortable, no, I'm good, I'm a head coach, that's enough. But at least in my environment that I worked on with these coaches, I didn't see that. We saw coaches that were eager to talk with each other and give their opinions.
Great. You just won this match. Congratulations.
I didn't run it. The boys won it. In fact,
It starts from the coaching room.
yeah, but
Set pieces. Congratulations. You've been part of it.
I don't know if I would call that set piece well executed. We were fortunate. We were fortunate.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the coaching staff that we have right now, I'm here as a technical director.
Right.
And even that, I'm moving into a consultancy role with the club.
Right.
But I think that desire to learn and push starts within our own coaches. So even in that course, our own coaches are there. They're going. So yeah, I'm super proud of not only the boys and what they did, but the coaches.
Great. What do you think is the future of coach education in Zambia? What are some of your plans going forward? Do you really want to work on a long-term coach education plan in terms of capacity building the local coaches?
I can tell you that as a club, they're committed to continue to build, especially coaches in the Southern Province. The club is going to continue pushing for that. I don't know that I can say what the long-term plan is, other than if we're going to support football, we need to support all of the elements of football. And a lot of that comes through education, right? Educating the fans. What is quality football actually look like? Can we give them something exciting? Educating our coaches, educating our players, educating, in some ways the administrators. It's going to be a long-term process, and I think the club is deeply committed.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm out of Zambia effective tomorrow, so I'll be off coaching next month.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
We're hoping to see you back anytime soon.
Me too. I love it.
Probably Zambia is a home now.
It is a home.
Yeah. I hope you love it.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. If the opportunity comes and I get to come back and it's the right project.
Joined by Coach Jan Mirongo, who's actually head coach for Monze United. Coach, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to find out, what is your view of the game that your team have just lost?
Yeah, today actually it started very well. We have lost because we didn't beat pieces. Otherwise, this is just the beginning. We are there on course.
Okay.
We're going to make sure that we come back strong.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think were actually the missing pieces that led to your loss?
In short, concentration, because the first goal was too early.
Okay.
So as we considered the early goal, my players they went down.
Okay.
So as we went to playing football, last 15 minutes, we came back strongly.
You lost the game because of lack of concentration.
Yes.
Yes. But what do you think would be the best approach for you to improve your players' concentration, especially with high intensity games like the one that you just played?
Yes, definitely. As we resume training,
yes,
we're going to come back and prepare ourselves for the next game.
Speaking of the concentration part, is there anything specific that you can integrate in your training sessions that can help your players actually to improve their concentration?
Yes, we are going to sit down with them so that we rehearse post-match. Yes. We are going to talk to them how we lost the game.
Yeah.
Then we start from that piece.
Okay.
Yes.
What are the positives that you picked from this game, even though you lost?
Yes, there are a lot of things which I've learned from.
Okay.
Football is about learning.
Yes.
Our friends, we are playing 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. They are playing. Actually, when we play two touches, we are losing the ball. So we lost the ball because of lack of concentration.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're going to come back strongly.
Okay.
Yes.
Speaking of your technical bench, what else do you think you can build on as a technical bench just to help, solidify your team from all areas of the game?
The team is already solid,
okay,
despite of the loss.
Yeah.
Each game has got its own weather. So we are going to, we are coming as Monze United.
Okay.
Yeah. We are not going to relax.
Like you heard for yourselves, he talked about the lack of concentration amongst his players, and which is what they're looking forward to build on in the next fixture going ahead. He feels that his players at some point, actually, they tend to lose that concentration, especially when they're playing high-level games. There's a lot actually that he feels that can be integrated in the playing system and the chemistry. it was great, just to catch up with, our coach and his team at home, and we're hoping that we can catch back with him whenever we can, especially when they're playing at home. If coach has to work on building that concentration with his players, the players equally have to bring in that mindset, other than just the skills that they have. Until I catch with you next time, this has been Francis Nagonje, the Sports Addict on Sportsnet FM Radio, Zambia's home for African sports conversations. The nation's Sportainment channel. It's bye-bye.
Broadcasting live worldwide.